Y'all, I swear, the wind column just keeps on getting bigger. My cup runneth over, and it pleases me greatly to bring what I'm about to bring to you. All right, guys, the NRA has another moment of like, wait, excuse me, what? Clear? Coming back to life. Did you guys know that the state of Florida just wrote a writ of certiorari to the SCOTUS with the NRA saying that Florida itself should be overruled in its 11th Circuit decision? Are you guys familiar with that? You're about to be. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. This is the place where we are driving that path forward. And we'd love to have you along for the ride because as we go, we're knocking liberals all over the place and it's glorious. Gun controllers and the like. Hit it. Let's go. All right, listen. This is on my X profile at Braden LOA. Jump over there if you want to follow along. This is something that intrigues me because no one knows about this until right now. Florida is urging SCOTUS to hear NRA versus Glass, our challenge to its ban on gun purchases by adults under 21. Now, this is really important because you have to understand the players. Y'all, let's go big real quick. This is the Florida Attorney General going against Florida's own law of 18, 19, and 20-year-old bans and asking the SCOTUS to overrule the 11th Circuit Court to undermine his own state's law. Y'all, let's frickin' go. Let's get back into this. This is what I'm talking about. The state admits the 11th Circuit erred, noting founding era evidence shows young adults were trusted and expected to have arms. This is one of the crown jewels. There's AR bans, there's MAG bans, and then there's the 18 to 20-year-old bans that is being assaulted across the nation in courts in every single circuit. You cannot tell someone they're legal adults, but they're not counted as part of the people and they can't have their rights. You simply can't do it. Well, now, the Florida Attorney General is partnering with the NRA and writing to SCOTUS to say, strike our own shit down. Okay. Florida urges SCOTUS to grant cert in NRA's challenge to its young adult purchase ban and to rule its own law unconstitutional. I've got it for you. I'm going to show it to you. Yep, this is a big one, guys. In May, the National Rifle Association petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court to hear NRA versus Glass, our challenge to Florida's ban on firearm purchases by adults under 21. So that alone is good. That's a positive step. And again, I would like to say for everyone in the audience, I look at the NRA right now as like little blips on the heart monitor where you're like what? Hold on, what? Clear? Poof. I mean, like, what? Okay, signs of life. Let's go. Yesterday, Florida filed its response to our petition. In an extraordinary move, the state urged the Supreme Court to hear the case and to strike down its own law. Let me highlight that for you. Right there. Let me zoom in because some people asked me to zoom in. The state attorney general is asking the Supreme Court to undermine and destroy his own law in his own state. I'm here for it. And by the way, I'm not affiliated officially with NRA, GRA, NAGR, GOA, NAGR, 2SAF. I have no affiliation with any of them. FPC, that's because I can bring it to you unbiased. This is good. Just like when all the other groups say do something good, I will cover it for you too, because the point is the underlying mission of the Second Amendment and what we fight for. It's not about which letters you like. All right, let's keep on going. The brief argues that the en banc 11th Circuit erred in upholding Florida's ban because it identified no founding era law that restricted the right of 18 to 20-year-olds or adults or of any age to purchase arms. Rather, founding era evidence affirmatively demonstrates that early Americans trusted 18 to 20-year-olds with firearms and, indeed, expected them to possess and even purchase guns. Yes, it's part of our heritage. It's part of our freedoms. It's part of our history, text, and tradition. Bruin decision for table for 450 million. Anybody? By the way, 450 million is the amount of guns in this nation. Guys, we are living in the golden age right now. We are on the cusp of the golden age of fighting back gun control and tyranny wherever we find it. And I'm here for it. Let me hear you in the comments if you're digging this as well. The brief next emphasizes that certiorari is also warranted because the decision below widens a circuit split on the issue. The 4th, the 10th, the 11th circuits have upheld restrictions on 18 to 20-year-olds, while the 3rd, 5th, and 8th circuits have held them unconstitutional. 4th, 10th, 11th, that's 3. 3rd, 5th, 8th, that's another 3. We now have 3 circuits on each side of this issue. That's called percolation. That's called a split circuit. That's, hey, SCOTUS, get off your asses and do this. Just saying. That's why the SCOTUS exists. And guess who controls the SCOTUS? You and me. Let's keep on going. Lastly, Florida argues that our petition presents a suitable vehicle for resolving the important question of whether young adults have Second Amendment rights because the parties' Second Amendment arguments were fully briefed and argued at every stage of this litigation. The Supreme Court is expected to decide whether to hear our case this fall, and I'm going to show you the documents right here. And here's where I'm going to say one more time as we go into the documents. I want the best outcome for the people of the United States, the American people, the people who we are fighting the rights for every single day and grinding together. Whether that is brought to us by an NRA or the letters GOA or 2 SAF or it's FPC or if it's NAGR. Whichever group delivers these in their own ways is amazing. I'm not on any payroll for any of it. So that's why I can be extremely broad in this support. All right, check this out. This is the National Rifle Association of America versus Mark Glass in his official capacity as the Commissioner of Florida Department of Law Enforcement on petition for writ of certiorari to the United States States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit. Now, that's what we're reading from. Everything will be linked. I always bring the receipts. Let's jump to something you need to see. This is in the discussion. The court should grant certiorari and hold that 18 to 20-year-olds have a Second Amendment right to purchase firearms. That is openly in the document from the Florida Attorney General. Petitioner argues that this section prohibition on persons under the age 21 purchasing firearms violates the Second Amendment rights of 18 to 20-year-olds. Florida agrees. Though Florida defended the constitutionality of its law below, Florida's Attorney General announced shortly after taking office that, in his view, as the state's chief legal officer, the law violates the Second Amendment. Based on that determination, the Commissioner of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement has likewise concluded that the law is unconstitutional. Yes, this is from the Attorney General of Florida. More of this now. And finally, the conclusion. The 11th Circuit was wrong to uphold Florida's age ban, and this court should grant the writ. Conclusion? For the reasons set forth above, the court should grant petition for writ of certiorari. This is a really big deal because the state of Florida is now asking the SCOTUS to get involved and undermine their own law. That is massively important. And guys, as you zoom out, and again, I'm going to do the little thing where I zoom out, we talk about zooming out. As we zoom out on this, you have to understand the tapestry that is being created. It is about the broader fight. It's about the next generation. It's about what we're doing right now. We are assailing gun control in mass like we never have before. There are smaller local piecemeal groups that are becoming national groups that are openly assaulting the gun control at every front through the litigation and through legislation side of things. Then you've got the NRA that seems to be waking like the sleeping giant, so to speak, of World War II. Guys, keep it going. This is all because of you guys. This is amazing. Let me hear you in the comments. Make sure you send this one out, and I will probably do a live tonight. But let me know what you think. See you on the next one.